What's good, YouTube? Y'all ought to know it's your boys. Them boys crazy. Y'all ought to know it's boy Royce Rob up in this motherfucker, man.
I already know what's going on, man. I know it's boy Camel Fizzle. And until you see our face, you know it's time for another reaction, man.
This right here is inside Japan's world's smallest apartment. Bro, I'm being real. When it comes to like apartments and really just apartments in general, it's so crazy how, like, don't mind know the houses as far as them, they prices them went up and stuff like that. It's so crazy how much they be charging for apartments, boy. Oh my goodness, bro.
Man, crazy.
Like Cali, bro, they have an apartment like the size of a living room for like $2,500.
I don't know place worse than New York, though, bro.
In New York, bro, that shit is ridiculous, dude. I'm talking for the booty shit too. I'm like, nah, man. Y'all tweaking. This the apartment? Man, stop. It's a whole goddamn wall.
Craziest apartment, hands down. I usually like to jump right inside, but you have to see this building from the outside to truly appreciate it. Because this here, that is the entire building. That's the whole thing. It is 5 floors of triangular goodness. It's essentially like living in a token.
Oh no, God. Damn.
And just for a little bit of perspective, here's the width of the building.
Nigga, what if somebody say, I'm gonna go ahead to the crib?
Yeah, nah, for that jump flat. Ain't nobody living there.
This shit.
You can't tell me no somebody living there.
Edge contrasted against me. It is quite a sight to see. Let's head inside and take a peek because it's not just a triangle from the outside and it has a handful of small problems aside from the shape that make it a massive challenge to live in. The area is beautiful, by the way. It's at this 5-point crossing in the Nerima area of Tokyo, but our first major challenge today is going to be this stairwell. Aside from the lack of vertical clearance and proper width to be able to get through here, the stairs themselves are actually incredibly narrow and shallow, and I've got to hold on to this center pole basically the entire time I'm going up just for safety. And amazingly, every single unit here is occupied except...
I wonder how many rooms in it.
I can't do it, bro. Just the way he going about up the...
Bro, imagine that truck going up them shits late at night.
Ain't no way, bro. Then you gotta be a certain weight to get up there.
Oh my life.
He barely making it up there.
Imagine bringing a female. To my crib and shit like that. He ain't too special, but it's a little something.
And she think of the more she's come on, bro.
Nah, this crazy.
That we're checking out today. I have been waiting a year for this, and a real estate friend of mine who runs a YouTube channel, Zone All Liquid, hooked me up with the keys today, so huge gratitude. Wow. Okay, so there's just about enough space to take off my shoes there. Opens into a kitchen area, and I have questions about the shower area here. Mostly on account of this door height, but let's take a peek. So the door doesn't open. Can I close it? Okay. Bro. Close the door, and I basically take up the entire space. That's actually not a bad shower space. It's pretty much got everything that you need. It's got a shower right here and a bath. I'm really wondering if I would even fit in. Okay, so curiosity's getting the better of me, and I have to know if I would fit in the bath, and that is actually not a bad bath.
I think you take a great shower.
You think you could? He heard that I stayed within the mountains, had a smaller bath than this, that he had an entire house to himself, and as an added bonus, you've got a window. Then, no matter how small your place is, a bath with a window is always nice, and there's a little... Can you call this a kitchen space? Barely enough space to stand here, but you have a tiny sink with no counter, a single induction heater. This little fridge here, if you're lucky, might just be big enough to fit a single iPhone. It fits. We'll talk about this magical little device in a second, but the room itself does not...
I'm so like, where you gonna sleep?
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
You gonna make a pallet up in there, motherfucker? A pallet?
Does not
I ain't gonna lie.
Like this.
This right here ain't that bad. This ain't that bad. Depending on the price.
You gotta put the bed in that bed though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You probably have to get you like a twin size bed or something like that. But this right here not bad. I ain't gonna fake
That's
it.
the bed part of the house.
Oh my God.
Shit, crazy, bro.
Now you put that bed in there, goddamn. I don't know what you gotta do with everything else, goddamn.
Ain't no way y'all living like that, bro. I can't do it.
It doesn't look like this either, or this, or even this. And punching the lens in only makes it smaller and worse. The only way to really understand this place is to look at it from above. My hands can touch both sides. I have seen pictures of this place, but nothing compares to seeing this in person and just how tiny this room is. For perspective, if I were to be in here wearing my backpack, or if there were a sofa, there would barely be enough space to fit one, maybe two more people. What are the measurements? Now, the floor plan for this says that you're getting over 11 square meters, but I'm wondering how much space do you really have? Front to back, side to side, the widest space that you're getting in any direction is just over 2.5 meters. But it makes me wonder where I would put anything. Where would you put anything? Since we're in Japan, for example, instead of a bed, you'd most likely be using a futon, and then you would store it in this closet here. But do you really even need the closet? Or do you feel it's just taking up valuable space in the apartment? It does have a hanging rack so you could hang clothes on it and whatnot, but it is rather large, and this place also has a lot of the other minor amenities that you would need. On this side of the room, you have a hookup for TV reception, but if you want to plug it in, the plug for some reason is on the other side of the room, and the room gives you a total of 2 whole plugs, so you could plug 2 things in if you want to. And there's a hookup for telephone and internet here that should just never be touched, so we're gonna put that back, and we'll pretend that that's fine. And as pretty as it looks, none of the brick here is real. These are sponge bricks from the dollar store, and if you look real carefully, this is actually brick wallpaper. But you also do have an in-window air conditioner. This style of air conditioner is fairly rare in Japan. They're usually mounted up top, and this here is a hookup for fiber optics. So you've got all the internet you would need. Mind you, in Japan, Wi-Fi modules are everywhere. The biggest problem with this place so far is just the noise. It's actually taken me a really long time to shoot this because this is one of the main streets of this area, and it is just filled with bikes and trucks and garbage trucks and stuff going through at all hours. This is probably so far the single noisiest apartment that I've had the opportunity to experience in Japan. I think some people just aren't that bothered by the noise, especially considering the fact that the rent here is unbelievably cheap at only about 40,000 yen per month. I also love how both of the windows and balconies have these I can't fit through this window. Have these little cover I don't know what it's for. It's not actually covered by anything, but it's wonderful. And since we're on the outside edge of Tokyo, a lot of the buildings out here are much lower, and the view is quite nice, at least it is today. And these here look like you'd be able to hang poles on the...
260 US.
260 US dollars a month. Shit.
I'll be in the hope show. I'll be in the bitch, I ain't gonna lie. For the 260, yeah.
The 266, I ain't gonna lie.
I say some more money. I would be real. If I real deal with struggling, bro, I stay in there joint for a couple, for like probably. I ain't gonna lie. I think me personally, I probably stand jump about half a year. I have you run my head, stack my money up, and the only thing, like you said, you have to do it, cause I know twin bed fit in there. You would probably have to get you like a little futon or whatever he said that it was. You had to get one of those, and then as far as like the extra space, bro, the little extra space, bro, just being real, shit, you probably put you. I don't think this motherfucker gonna fit. Shit, you probably out there on the floor and do the reaction, goddamn. I'm just being real.
I ain't no reaction in there, more. You gonna have to vlog or something like that.
That ain't even the bad part though. The bad part is, nigga, fuck, because you probably could fit something there. How is you gonna get the equipment in that motherfucker? It's so damn tight to get in that bit.
They might have had to slide up that jump like that. You can't bring no furniture up there, bro.
And how much? 260?
256.
It is a good ass price.
For your laundry, but you have very... I'm very stuck, but you may have also noticed that there's no toilet inside the apartment. I was actually warned, by the way, not to approach any of the residents of this building. We'll cover that in a second. And I also wanted to show you this, which is apparently a portable washing machine, which can wash up to 1 t-shirt or 3 pairs of socks, maybe 4 if you're lucky. Didn't even know stuff like that existed. Learning everything. The toilet is actually.
This time I gotta watch it, man. I'm gonna be out there with this shit.
Nigga, 1 t-shirt is crazy. Boy, I wear the same thing every day. I swear.
Well, you still with that same man shirt,
yeah, I just watched this bit earlier. That's crazy.
Talk about 3 pairs of socks, man. Get the fuck out of here.
You actually gotta go to the front door. Put your shoes back on.
This is the part of the toilet.
This is gonna be right here. Now, luckily, each floor or unit does have their own toilet space. It is not a shared toilet situation, but here's what it looks like. Now, the door itself doesn't even open all the way, and this is your toilet space.
Ooh, man, you got a shit over real bad.
That is basically the entire thing. You have a little sink on top, but standing up inside may be a challenge for some people, and let's watch the claustrophobics freak out when we close the door. That is the entire toilet space, and with limited ventilation, it does get very hot in here. It's not the type of place
boy. Oh my goodness, you get stuck up in that boy.
What that boy say at work? Somebody what? Somebody died over there at Home Depot. What that boy say?
Gee whiz.
Gee whiz, boy. Imagine you let one lose up in Depot that don't close. It boy said it'll get pretty hot up in this. Ooh, I know that bitch be funky.
That's true.
Boy, I know that bitch.
He's sweating right now.
Ooh, on my life. Boy, ain't no way.
As for, let's get everything's really warm, but as for those warnings that I got, now I've only ever gotten a warning like this one time before, and it was when I shot a video about a $100 apartment here in Tokyo, and I was recommended just not to approach the residents because they may not be friendly, welcoming, or even want to talk. And here I wasn't really given a reason. They're like, it's probably a good idea if you just don't approach the residents. Mind you, this building itself is actually fairly well known. The sign is kind of blocked right now, but it's called the Sankaku Biru, or Triangle. It's literally called the Triangle Building. So my assumption was that they'd just gotten too much media attention because it is a fair...
I'm just being real. How did they even build it?
They sure. I don't
You know what I'm saying? It's too small. How did you even construct this? How did you? I don't know.
I'm just being real. Japan, Tokyo, they be having a lot of wild shit. They be having some extravagant shit. Cause I'm just being 100. Late at night, drunk hell or high hell. And you got a shit on top of that.
Then you got, like you said, a female come over. You like, you just gonna get out, go over. Yeah, right there.
Leave it up too. We gonna get hot.
Come on, bro. That's how you living. You gonna be like, damn, she still up in that bathroom, or you gonna go outside, and go?
Well, go like, but when she that bitch dead, goddamn shit.
What the fuck you talking about? That's ridiculous, bro.
well-known building, but when I asked, they were like, no, that's not why. You just probably shouldn't. I'm so curious. What do you think it could be? Why should I not approach the residents? Alright, I actually just made my way up to the 5th floor, and the door here is off of its hinges, and it seems like the apartment inside has been completely abandoned. I think I'm going to use a 360 and get a bit of a peek.
What the fuck?
That is wild, and it's a little bit unfortunate because this seems to be the only unit that actually has a balcony as well. That is trash. It's too bad.
What the fuck? Dog! Oh my goodness, bro. It be so crazy, bro. When you be thinking about your own living conditions, then you see some shit like that, boy. They was in that motherfucker doing it big. They threw a party in that motherfucker.
But you live in this tiny triangle apartment, weirdly shaped. People always ask me if I knew. And my first apartment in Japan was way smaller than all of this. I also did not have a kitchen. I spent most of my time out of the house anyway, and I didn't really own anything since it was my first year in Japan. So yes, I would 100% live here. But what about you? I was leaving and looked back, and if you take a look at the plot of land that it's on, they've taken this really narrow plot of land and just squeezed a ton of real estate right into this tiny little space. Like, they even have their own parking space. Japan, you always impress me with how you utilize your land. That's amazing. And going down these stairs feels 10 times more dangerous than going up. This does not feel safe. Oh, I nailed my head going in. Oh. Did the same thing like 6 times on the stairs. Oh. God, it got really hot in here while I was shooting that and I wasn't expecting it and I just...
I need a dripping sweat.
Need the air conditioner now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna need none of that, bro. As far as getting inside the
It's terrible.
as far as getting inside the motherfucker, I
the
hate that in the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Now the actual like living room in the shower, I can do that. I can live with that. But going up them stairs, like late at night, imagine it's dark. Boy, I'm sorry, that boy. Yeah, I ain't gonna need nothing.
Everything gonna have to be little. You gotta put a little TV in that bed.
Little launchable in that bed. You can't put no bearing in there, mama. You
What
can't even cook a bear. Oh my life.
It's the only thing about
You can't eat. You gotta get straight takeout.
straight noodles and shit.
Straight takeout and noodles. That's crazy, dog. For $266, bro.
266, you can't beat that though.
On me, bro. God damn, man.
266, that might be up in there, motherfucker.
How much that is a year? Or 6 months? 266. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,000, 12, 6. Shit. It ain't that bad. Hey, would y'all better live in the apartment? Just be real. Be 100. Would y'all do it? I'd say 6 months to a year. Could y'all do that for 6 months to a year? Let us know. But if y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the rest, don't forget to subscribe with your boy, them boy crazy. We out.